Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lee might unintentionally ruin Finn's marriage. Finn saw his mother carrying a package around in the episode. It appeared as though she was about to resign from her position. Lee clung to a carton of office supplies. Like Steffy, she let Finn know that she was taking a leave of absence. Finn gazed incredulously at his mother. She doesn't take breaks from her job. Lee insisted that she needed time to absorb everything that had transpired. She'll read a good book or locate a place to sleep. The truth came out later in the show. Luna was being kept alive in an apartment by Lee. She desired to give her another opportunity. Shin is getting into more difficulty because of this show. Steffy took some time off to think about what had transpired. Finn won't have to juggle work and home life as much because she took Hayes and Kelly along. He'll probably want to know what his mother is up to throughout her long vacation from work. Luna, in Lee's opinion, merits another chance. She wants to hear Finn's thoughts on his daughter's passing, but he thinks she met her own end. Lee is taking matters into her own hands by killing Luna. Raising Luna will allow her to become the good girl Lee recalled her as a young child, the good girl she was destined to be. But Steffy might be out of town for much longer because of Lee's sinister secret. When she learns that Luna is still alive, she will no longer want to be around. However, what if Luna awakens and changes into someone else? Loony Luna may have passed away. Finn may want to get to know his daughter after noticing a shift in Luna, which could strain their marriage. Shin anger is adored in this drama. There is never a break for these two, particularly when it comes to strange relatives. How do you feel about Lee's secret? Once more, Eric sticks his nose in inappropriate places. Tease spoilers for the bold and the beautiful playing matchmaker between Brooke and Ridge is Eric's latest favorite activity. Eric Forrester, his son, and his ex-wife/ex-daughter-in-law are in stunning Italy. Eric appears resolved to make Brooke Logan his daughter-in-law once more and throw poor Taylor Hayes out the window as he knows he can't make her his wife again. While they were still in Los Angeles, he tried his hardest to persuade Ridge Forrester to take Brooke back, but Ridge was adamant on sticking by Taylor and not giving her broken heart syndrome once more. He accepted Taylor's proposal, and when Ridge gets back from Italy, they will begin organizing their umpteenth wedding. Unless Eric is involved, that is. He is committed to doing all in his power to make Ridge see that Brooke is his fate. The issue is that when Brooke is around Nick Marone, her eyes sparkle and he gets in the way. Nick is the man currently focusing on Brooke, a woman who enjoys a man's attention. Naturally, their love of fashion, rather than their love for one another, is the true reason they are all in Italy. The most recent Forrester photo shoot and fashion show is in progress. Nick and Ridge are both unable to look away from Brooke. Eric keeps a close eye on them all. But does he devise a strategy of his own to ensure that Ridge doesn't miss this chance? Brooke disintegrates. Lee is asked for the truth by Sheila following the fashion show. Where is Luna? While Nick was getting ready to pop the question to Brooke in Italy, Lee took a leave of absence from the hospital to secretly care for Luna. Unforgettable is playing as Ridge and Brooke navigate the Capri shore on their motorboat. They return to the shore after driving through a gap in the rock. Eric and Louisa greet them as they dock. She is told by Rudge that she is a fashion icon. Brooke claims that her floral colors are lovely, and that she inspires him. To get the fashion show ready, they go inside. Telling his son that he witnessed Nick kissing Brooke last night, Eric pulls him away. Reminding him of their past in Italy, he instructs his son to allow Brooke to touch him. He exhorts him to take advantage of the day while it is still possible. When Ridge lumbers over to tell he knows Marone is in Naples, Brooke has already finished applying makeup and is beginning to gather jewelry. At least Nick tries, she says. According to Ridge, he is a snake. She tells him that they have other things to concentrate on and that it's a busy day. Models circulate among the guests' tables as the fashion show begins. Everyone gives a clap. When Brooke begins to walk about, they all clap and gasp. Ridge gives her a smile as she waves to them. The Forresters have meetings with purchasers and the media. They ask for additional images of Brooke and Ridge. Ridge reluctantly wraps his arm around Brooke to take pictures. They proclaim them to be the fashion industry's king and queen. Eric shifts the topic when a reporter inquires about Rudge and Taylor's engagement. Ridge and Brooke are photographed by the media until they get uncomfortable. Ridge inquires about her well-being. Nick requests that Tomas expedite the boat in the harbor. To go to Capri, he needs it. When Nick shows up for the gathering, Eric informs him that he is not invited. Ridge tells Brooke that it pains him to see her in such distress as he follows her out onto the balcony. She claims that the reason she is going crazy is because everyone is glad to see them together, but they aren't. She wants to repeatedly tread on her heart and tear it out. He dislikes seeing that. She doesn't want to be there because this is torment for her. She won't be leaving, he assures her. Deacon asks Sheila whether she's missing her toe after noticing that she's looking thoughtful at Il Giardino. She responds, "No, I'm missing my granddaughter." Given that she was unable to say goodbye, he is aware of how difficult that is. Lee has not been answering any of Sheila's texts, she explains. It's unfair. She is entitled to know her granddaughter's location. She calls Lee once more, but she doesn't answer. They're not best friends, Deacon reminds her. Sheila is still seeking resolution. She wishes to give them her last respects. Luna is with Lee in a hidden place. "I won't let her die," she says. "Come on, Luna," she exclaims as she gives herself an intravenous injection. When Lee arrives for takeaway at Il Giardino, Sheila is taken aback. Sheila informs her that she has been phoning. Lee is unwilling to speak. Sheila wishes to pay her respects by going to the location where Luna has been buried or scattered. She is legally entitled to know what she did to her. One of the most anticipated reunions on the CBS soap opera was been set up by The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans of Lope have been demanding that the authors give Liam Spencer and Hope Logan another chance at romance, and it appears that everything is set up for it to happen. The Bold and the Beautiful's upcoming episodes are listed below. Below are spoilers. Steffy Forrester will officially leave B&B this week. Steffy plans to pick up the kids and head out of town for some me time, after all the drama around Luna. It's understandable that Steffy needs to clear her head after all of the hardship she's experienced in the previous year. There was undoubtedly some steam chemistry between Steffy and Liam, who were spending a lot of time together. However, because to maternity leave, Jacqueline MacInnes Wood was forced to leave the canvas. Hope Logan's moment has arrived. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope and Carter Walton are currently engaged. However, soap opera spoilers indicate that now that Daphne Rose is back at Forrester Creations, their engagement will not endure. The writers appear to be laying the groundwork for an unexpected reunion of the Lopez, as Hope's relationship with Carter is falling apart and Steffy Forrester is no longer involved. Hope will head straight for Liam's temporary hospital room at the Spencer Mansion if she and Carter break up on the CBS serial opera. Bold and Beautiful spoilers suggest that Liam will be glad to lend his ex-wife a sympathetic ear as he has a fresh lease on life. Imagine Steffy Forrester's astonishment upon returning from her trip to discover Liam and Hope are once more together. Will she feel envious? In regards to Luna, Lee is evasive. Luna appeared to be recuperating from surgery. When Lee announced that Luna had passed away, no one was particularly heartbroken because, of course, everyone was upset over what Luna had done. In fact, Poppy Romy Park appeared pleased to learn of her daughter's passing. Sheila had attempted to prevent the young woman from going down such a negative road, and she was saddened to learn of the death of her new granddaughter. It is not unexpected that Brooke and Ridge had spent time together in Italy. After all, they have been there together previously and are there for work. Nick traveled abroad as well, and it appeared that he wanted to make sure Brooke moved on from her relationship with Ridge. This is where things start to get interesting, though. What if Grace wasn't acting by herself? What if she never ever had this plan in the first place? There is increasing speculation that a malevolent individual with a history of deceit and baby snatching may have been operating behind the scenes. Dr. Reese Buckingham comes in. Beth was sold like a stolen handbag by the same man who staged her death. In addition to having the moral compass of a late-night horror movie villain, Grace's ex will stop at nothing to collect a paycheck. Was it possible that Reese used coercion to coerce Grace into performing this devious tumor trick? She might have owed him. He might have threatened her. Or perhaps he has returned to stir things up in a completely other way. The story changes if Grace can demonstrate that she was forced. She transforms from the antagonist to the victim. All of a sudden, she is a woman caught in a nightmare, doing what she must do to survive, rather than a crazy doctor messing with Liam's life. However, she should exercise caution if she intends to point the finger. The pandemonium will undoubtedly worsen after Reese returns. Epic confrontations, explosive secrets, and if Grace handles it well, a possible redemption storyline are all on the table.